Thanks for joining us. Graeme Wallace here, Belly Up Sports, Blue Jays beat writer. I'm joined again by Julie Mulholland, baseball intern. Julie, thanks for joining me.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So we're going to be going through the All-Star Game selections. I've been all over this for the last few weeks. This is kind of the end of my media tour. We made a video a few weeks ago, so we're making another one now. So we're just going to go to the All-Star Game voting page. And we're going to start with first base, American League. I think this is a pretty obvious choice. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy's been all world, lead the league in just about everything. What do you think? Are you with me?
Yeah, I voted for him too.
Okay. I think we might have a problem if you voted for someone else, but yeah, he's having a great year. Don't think too hard about that one. Okay, National League. I went Max Muncy here.
I did Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
It was between those two.
I love Freddie Freeman. He's starting to get his average a bit up. Now he's got 16 home runs. I don't hate that. So I'll select him there. You could get that pick. We'll move on to second base in the American League. I went with another Blue Jay. Maybe I look like a homer at this point, but Marcus Semien is having a great season.
Yeah,
a little bit
too.
Yeah.
I realized that after the fact. I was like, I did 3 Blue Jays players.
Oh, you did? Oh, spoiler alert.
I did
Okay,
3.
We'll have to see who the third one is. But you're good with Semien?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, cool. Now, this is one of the more interesting positions, National League second base. I don't think many people are going to agree with my pick, but I really like my pick. Ryan McMahon, Colorado Rockies. He's got really good power numbers. The game's in Colorado. So I really think he deserves it. He has the highest WAR among second basemen in the National League. I did vote for Jake Cronenworth a couple times. And also, I should say Adam Frazier does deserve some consideration. Sorry, Julie, who'd you go with this?
I went with Adam Frazier. I didn't know much about anybody else. So I was like, well, I mean, I couldn't do Jonathan India because I need to not be biased. I love him, but there's better players.
Well, maybe you could.
Great, I love him.
Yeah, maybe National League Rookie of the Year. He could get some consideration. He's having a very good season, and Adam Frazier leads the National League in hits, so he's certainly a worthy candidate. But I decided to go with McMahon. I kind of like the Rockies, but for no particular reason. But so we'll put in Frazier there, your pick. So we'll move ahead on to the third base section of the American League. And I went Red Sox here, Rafael Devers. He's having a great season, good power numbers, not great defensively, but that's my pick. What do you think?
Mine might have been a little biased, but I went with Jose Ramirez.
You know what? I voted for him a couple times. This is a bit of a toss-up for me. He's pretty much carrying that Cleveland offense.
Yeah.
And he does have better stats in a couple of different categories. You know what? I'm okay if we put in Ramirez there for our collective pick here. And then we'll go on to the National League. I think it's pretty obvious. He's cooled off a little bit lately, but I went with Chris Bryant.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Okay, so we got another match there. Okay, now American League shortstop. I wonder if this is where I'm going to turn the tables and let you go first. Is this where you picked another Blue Jay? Did you go Bo here?
Yeah, I went with Bo.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he has a case. I believe he leads baseball in runs scored. He's been flashy. Sometimes his defense hasn't been great. I went Xander Bogaerts here. I think he's probably the best shortstop in the league right now. But we could go with Bichette. That's okay with me. I don't mind that at all. He's a very exciting player to watch. He's got that really huge home run swing. So he's definitely one to keep your eye on when you're watching the Blue Jays. Now, National League, I don't think there's a big debate here. You got to go Fernando, right?
Yeah. Okay. That's who I went with.
Okay. Everyone wants to see this guy in the big game. He hits huge home runs. He's an exciting player to watch. He's missed quite a few games and he's made a lot of errors, but he's still an exciting player and we want him in that big game next month. Okay, so catcher American League. I went kind of old guard here. Salvador Perez, Kansas City.
Yeah, me too.
Same. Okay, we're on the same page for the most part. I thought
Yeah,
my
pretty
picks were
much.
pretty uniform, pretty standard. In the National League, I thought it was pretty obvious as well. I went with Buster Posey.
Yep, I did too. I don't know how, I mean, like, no disrespect, but I don't know how you could go without him. He's
Yeah,
awesome.
I saw a couple of people had Real Muto or even Carson Kelly of the Diamondbacks, who are having a really tough season. But I think Buster Posey is the pick here. Did I go past him? There he is. Okay, thank you. So now we're into the outfield section of the American League. I'm just going to say the three guys I voted for, and then you could tell me the three players you voted for.
Okay.
I went Aaron Judge, Cedric Mullins, and lately I've been going Kyle Tucker of the Houston Astros. I was going Adolis Garcia of Texas Rangers, but Tucker's numbers are a little bit better in a couple of categories. So what do you think?
And let's see who I had. I had Mullins, so the same, Judge, and then I had Mike Trout.
Oh, Trout, I mean, he's an obvious pick. I don't think he's going to be in shape, or he's going to be able to play in the game. That's the main reason I stayed away in this particular circumstance. Obviously, he's a great player, probably still the best player in the game, but since he's not going to be there, I decided to show love to a few other people.
I kind of just like picked a third person just to get that over with. But
yeah, I totally agree.
Because I know more about my players.
No, I get it. For me, Cedric Mullins is the home run pick, even though Orioles are having a tough season. He's been unbelievable. He hit 2 home runs against my Blue Jays last night. I wasn't thrilled about that, but he could do it all. He's speedy. He's great in the field. So to me, Mullins, probably Judge, and then whoever else you want to pick there is fine. Okay, National League, I went Ronald Acuna Jr., and you're going to be happy with this. I took a couple of Reds. I took Castellanos, and I also took Jesse Winker. I mean, they're both in the top 5 in batting average. They both have the power numbers, and the Reds have been playing a little better lately. They could still stay in that race. Maybe get a bit better pitching. We could perhaps talk about that a different time, but I think those are the right picks. Tyler O'Neill is having a pretty good year on the Cardinals, but I didn't think too hard about this. I just picked the 2 Reds and Acuna. Oh, that's not the right guy. And Acuna Jr. And I just continued living my life. How about you?
I picked the same 3.
Okay, good.
The same exact 3.
I mean, I could say, oh, you're a Reds fan, Reds bias, but I think this is pretty obvious. I think they're getting a lot of votes around baseball, and a lot of baseball fans know these guys are just having great seasons, and they're deserving. And for Winker, I don't think he's gotten there before. I think Castellanos maybe has made an All-Star appearance. Maybe you would know.
I think he has. I feel like he probably has.
Probably, I think when he was with the Tigers, he had a couple of good seasons for them. But good to see Winker kind of bust out for sure. And he's got that big uppercut home run swing. So, oh, did I not select them for the American League? Oh, well, we already said our picks. That's okay. I can do that later. So, designated hitter, American League, Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah,
I was voting. Yeah, I was voting JD Martinez a little bit at first, but he's having a great season in his own right. But people want to see Shohei. Show me the Ohtani. Yeah, he's got a great case for American League MVP. He's been pitching really well as well. He's going to be a part of the whole weekend. It's announced he's going to be part of the home run derby as well. So that's going to be really excited to see him. His home runs are he just launched them into orbit. Really exciting player. So I think we're excited to see him. You went the same way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So a couple of disagreements there, but not really much. We were pretty much on the same page there throughout. So that's pretty cool. I've been all over this, like I said, this All-Star Game voting. I'm going to be putting this into my article, uploading this to YouTube later. Julie, why don't you tell the people where they can find you on social media?
I'm pretty much not so cool Jules on literally everything. Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. But yeah, that's
okay.
pretty much the same throughout everything.
Okay, great. Yeah, she's a great follow on Twitter. A lot of enthusiasm. She loves baseball, softball, and the Cleveland Browns. She'll be tweeting about that pretty soon as we get into the fall as well. I could be found at Bus Wallace on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you very much for joining me, Julie. Please visit Belly Up Sports for all the latest sports content. We are what they aren't, and enjoy the baseball.